guys? Thanks for stopping by New York's Beer Reviews again today. I thought I'd like to switch it up and just do something I kind of wrote. I did write that basically, although most of the riff I did write, although this lick is my own rendition. I did write it, but I did get inspired by Black Sabbath Electric Lightning, I think it's called, and also the opening to the movie The Haunted Mansion. Check those two out. My influences for this riff right here, if you're interested in music or theory. Very, since it's Halloween, I think I'd do a little creepy, kind of black metal style song. But anyway, it's time to see what we got in the fridge, guys. We'll be right back. Hey guys, we're back. Get this out of here. I got my beer today and a bag of pretzels. Anyway, today is a beer that I have never even had before, or heard of it. I came home today from work and I went into the fridge and I saw this and I was like, Dad, what'd you get? And he's like, oh, this new beer. I asked him if it's good. He said it's all right, you know. So I figured I'd give it a go. This is called UFO. It's a white beer, from Craft Endeavors. It's brewed since 1998. American-style white ale brewed with California orange peel and fresh ground coriander. It's the UFO Beer Company, and they're located out of Boston, Massachusetts, and apparently Windsor, Vermont. It's 5.1% alcohol. We launched our first UFO beer in 1998, or I'm going to go saying 1998, to challenge what craft beer could look and taste like. Over 20 years later, we're still exploring different approaches to styles, ingredients, and flavors. This hazy American white ale reflects our dedication to crafting beers of the highest quality, highlighted by the refreshing citrus of California orange peel and subtle spice, freshly ground coriander. Enjoy UFO white wherever and however you like. We prefer ours with a slice of orange. Well, I don't have an orange, so I'm only assuming this is going to be more towards the whole Blue Moon shock top style Belgian white, which I actually prefer. I mean, maybe back in the day I didn't, but now I would actually prefer those over than traditional Belgian. I'm not a big fan of the Belgian yeast quality. In fact, if between Allagash white and Belgian white, I'd probably pick the Belgian white only because I like the citrus more than the banana Belgian yeast flavor. Now, it says UFO Beer Company was created to push the boundaries of what craft beer could look and tastes like. Hazy, yet light, citrusy, yet smooth. UFO White embodies the goal of our signature offering and flagship's American-style wit. Merges with century-old condition of Belgian wheat beers with modern American craft. Tasting notes. Nothing else to really talk about. Beer Advocate says it's good. It gets an 82. Classified as a wheat beer or wit beer. 82. Untapped gives it a 3.5. So I got my IPA glass. I know it's not an IPA, but I figured I would just use I haven't used this glass in a while and I kind of wanted to. There is a package date on the bottle. It's July 5th, 21. Pardon me. How rude. Okay, who keeps texting me? Oh. So I'm going to pour it the way Blue Moon usually pour it, down the side of the glass. And then I'm going to shake. Okay, I don't see any head being produced, really. So we get to the bottom here. Just going to swirl that up. See if that does anything. Oh, I think that only just created more head than it was supposed to. It's, it doesn't look unfiltered, really. It looks like a typical, in the glass it looks unfiltered. It looks like orange juice. Orange juice with a head. With a fizzy fizz. Yeah, it's quite the orange color with a finger of a bright white soapy head. And if we listen, Pop, pop, fizz, fizz. I can't really put it up against my camera because it's leaning against the computer, and God forbid I drop it, and my whole system is out. At UFO Beers for Instagram. Employee owned, whatever that means. 5.1% alcohol. Let's get a nose. Okay. That's an interesting. It says it's traditional Belgian style or American style in the tradition of, and you can tell it's almost a mixture of a Blue Moon and a Allagash White. Very low, very high hints of like the orangey citrus notes and coriander for Blue Moon, but also a back hint of, that Belgian yeast quality. So who knows? Tad bit of orange, although you do get very slight that banana-y flavor, if you want to call it whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called. It's from the Belgian yeast, basically. But I'm going to go take a taste now. Honestly, not what I was expecting. It's kind of like, doesn't taste like anything. It's very bland. I would say maybe it tastes like more like a Shock Top Blue Moon, but even less than that, actually. I feel like a Blue Moon has a bit more unfilteredness in it and a bit more hazy. This tastes like carbonated water with a hint of Blue Moon flavor. Grassy, grainy. Not a excellent back end or aftertaste, I should say. These are special style pretzels. They're like burnt, but they're good. Hold on. I'm gonna wait till the pretzel taste goes away. Very light. It almost tastes like an Anheuser-Busch product. You can take, there's a little bit of adjuncts in there. In fact, I'm actually pleasantly surprised that Beer Advocate has given this an 82. I wonder what they give Blue Moon. So Blue Moon on Beer Advocate. Oh, come on. Excuse me. It's 78, which is okay. It's only 4 points higher. So, honestly, I don't know how much my dad paid for this or where he even got it from, because this isn't at my local. So he probably went to the brewery. Not the brewery. The beer distributor, which I usually tend not to go there anymore because they have a wonderful, wonderful selection of beers, but I live in a neighborhood with a lot of Italians, and this is gonna come off weird. It's not racist, but they're very New York style Italians, and I live in a neighborhood with a lot of them. They don't really drink this stuff. They love wine, and if they do drink beer, it's more towards the Budweiser, your Bud Light, or it's the kids, maybe like the teenagers and stuff. Will throw parties and they'll just buy a whole bunch of Bud Lights and Coors and shit like that. They don't really go for the craft style like I do, or me and my dad do. Like one of my favorite stouts is 1050, which they do sell over there, and that one does go because that's a very high mark, because we do live next to an urban area that I know a lot of them drink. A lot of the African Americans over there drink the 1050. They go over here and buy it. It's a big sell, actually. Whether because it has a lot of alcohol in it or not, I don't know. And there's also a liquor store next door, um, which is I tend not to go in. I don't really drink hard liquor. But like I said, the beer distributor, most of the beers, wonderful selection, but they tend to linger on the shelf way past the date on the bottle if they have a date on the bottle. And if they don't, you can usually see some dustiness on the beers, and it's just like I'd rather drink a Coors Light than a bad beer or an old beer, I should say. Like even at my local Key Food, or Food Emporium, what do we call it? Like the Highlight. I think I said this in one of my videos a couple weeks ago. I wanted to review it, but the Highlight was it said canned on date July 2020. That was last year. It's kept on the shelf for a whole year. I'm not gonna drink that. It's probably a malt bomb. There's no hops to it at all. So those beers don't go like even when I do my shopping. Um, I mean, usually my dad gets what is that in my beer? My dad usually picks up the beers. I don't. Unless I have a specific one that I want to, like the last couple of ones I wanted to do, the how I think the Howler Wolf one, the Howling Wolf, whatever it was called, the pumpkin beer I did. All those craft beers he picks up and I'll drink them. If I want to do like an adjunct lager, I'll usually pick it up, because I actually do drink those on a normal setting, because like I said, these kind of beers are hard to find, at least in season or in like the date that they're printed on. Because, like I said, no one buys them, or at least in this neighborhood. Um, yeah, I mean, it's very light. It tastes like your typical beer, grassy, grainy, little, very slightly toasted bread crust. Actually, I should say. And no, that's not the pretzel. Um, it's just a light beer. It's this is. I mean, I don't know how much my dad paid for a 6 pack of this, so that's why I probably would rather get the Blue Moon since it's probably cheaper and it's almost the same beer. Same thing with the Shock Top. Um, but I mean, it's good to try it. I mean, there's 5 others, but I'm gonna sip on this a little bit longer. Come back, do a little final chug situation here, and then give you my final thoughts. Be right back, guys. Hey guys, we're back. Got some left in. I was actually I just finished watching Louisiana beer reviews. He did this. I just found out this is actually Harpoon's product, which I don't usually drink. Little differences from his video. Apparently his was 4.8% alcohol. This one's 5.1. It says there, I don't know if it's the same thing or if maybe this brewery got bought out over, or became that. So I'm not 100% sure. Most of his review is particularly the same as mine. I mean, I got no head left, guys. It's nothing. No, he had really good lacing, or some lacing. I have absolutely none on my glass. He did say, he mentioned it tasted like tap water. I mean, I'm not that, my palate isn't that good where I could taste whether they use tap water or not. So, for me, it's a very bland beer. Not much. Like a little bit of citrus, very tiny bit of orange, a little bit of coriander, grassy graininess, and that's about it. It's toasted bread, not even, very lightly toasted. Maybe you put it in the toaster for like 5 seconds. Just get a little crisp. And yes, white bread. It does taste like that. Very light on the body. Not medium, but it's not completely light. It's light to medium. in the middle, but more towards light. Final chug. Honestly, I'll give this a. This just gets a 5. It's not like I didn't enjoy it. I mean, it didn't blow my hair back, or it wasn't like excellent. It was just a beer. It's just like what I'd feel like if I was to go to a party and like the beers are in the cooler. I'm like, alright, cool. And crack one open, not even paying attention to the flavor, because there wasn't really any. Not much, at least. If you think differently, let me know, and you're entitled to your opinion. I know a lot of people who think Budweiser is full of flavor. I disagree. Although I do enjoy Bud Light products sometimes. Bud Light ice cold on draft is very good, even when it warms up to a certain temperature. I do enjoy it. But yeah, that's it for this review, guys. As always, if you like the review, please rate, comment, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you think. Request. And yeah, we'll see you next time. That's really all I got to say about this beer. There wasn't much to it. I was hoping for a little bit more citrus notes. I could say that. For all of it, I'm glad it didn't have the overpowering Belgian yeast quality, but I wished it had a little bit more citrus notes, but it didn't. Well, what are you gonna do? Anyway, that's it for this review. I'm getting tired. Excuse me. Anyway, we'll see you next time on Puznanskis. Ooh, almost messed up there. This is a long time ago, man. We'll see you next time on New York Beer Reviews, guys. Bye.